politicians lie to you. Worldwide. We'll prove it. Prove it!
Afghanistan airport chaos. People running, planes departing, fear, confusion. We begin at the end, not the beginning. We begin in 2021. The world was holding its breath as Afghanistan collapsed back into the hands of the Taliban. There was panic, there was fear, and there was heartbreak. Families fled, children cried, people ran toward airplanes, not for travel, but for survival. And as this human tragedy unfolded, one voice echoed loudly across the United States: Donald J. Trump.
Biden failed totally on the pandemic, and he's now overseeing the greatest foreign policy humiliation in the history of the United States of America. This is the greatest humiliation I've ever seen. Biden's botched exit in Afghanistan is the most astonishing display of gross incompetence by a nation's leader, perhaps at any time that anybody's ever seen. Name another situation like this. Vietnam looks like a masterclass in strategy compared to Joe Biden's catastrophe. And it didn't have to happen. All he had to do is leave the soldiers there until everything's out. Our citizens, our weapons. Then you bomb the hell out of the bases. We have 5 bases. And you say, bye-bye. This will go down as one of the great military defeats of all time. And it did not have to happen that way. This is not a withdrawal. This was a total surrender. This surrender for no reason. So we had a deal where we were going to get out with great honor, and they weren't going to play games. And we had to meld it in with the government, but I've never been a big fan of Ghani. I always said he was a total crook. I've said it for years. It turned out he was a crook. He was a crook, and he left. He fled. He fled with a lot of cash. What we've done, how we got into that mess is just amazing. But we could have gotten out with honor. And we should have gotten out with honor. And instead, we got out with the exact opposite of honor.
He spoke with anger. He spoke with accusation. And he pointed his finger at President Joe Biden. Trump said the fall of Afghanistan was disgraceful. He said the withdrawal was humiliating. He said America had been shamed. He told the world this would never have happened if I were president. But now, let us pause. Let us step away from emotion and walk backwards through history, because truth is not written in speeches. Truth is written in documents, in signatures, in agreements. Let us travel back to February 29th, 2020. This is the day the Doha Agreement was signed. Agreement for bringing peace to Afghanistan. And this agreement was not created under Joe Biden. It was created, negotiated, and signed under President Donald J. Trump. The man who signed on behalf of the United States was Ambassador Zalmay Khalilzad. The Taliban representative was Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar. This agreement laid down a path leading directly to U.S. troop withdrawal. It was the blueprint, the legal foundation, the beginning of the end. Here, on these pages, the deal was sealed. The Taliban gained international legitimacy. The United States committed, in writing, to leave. Afghanistan was now living on borrowed time. Because the Taliban representative who signed this deal, Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar, had been in detention in Pakistan. So how did he walk free? The answer again leads back to the Trump administration. In 2018, at the request of U.S. Special Representative Zalmay Khalilzad, Pakistan released Baradar so he could negotiate. Yes, the very man who signed this deal was released following a U.S. request under President Donald Trump. Step by step, the path was prepared, and when Donald Trump left office, the agreement did not disappear. It became an inheritance. Joe Biden did not write the Doha Agreement. He received it, he reviewed it, and he continued the withdrawal. The world saw tragedy, but history saw continuity. 2 administrations, 1 policy direction, yet when Afghanistan fell, Trump spoke as if he had no part in history, but the documents remain silent, unchanged, undeniable. The withdrawal was not a random decision. It followed this agreement, this timeline. And then, Afghanistan collapsed. Beyond presidents, beyond parties, beyond elections, there is a deeper reality. Many observers believe that U.S. presidents operate inside a larger system of power, financial networks, military interests, global strategy. And according to this view, there is no real difference between Biden and Trump. They come and go, but the system remains. Trump began the process, Biden completed it, and the Afghan people lived the consequences. This is their story, told from the end back to the beginning so that nothing is hidden and nothing is forgotten.